Oh, that's na 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 ne 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 ne. Ne 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 ne.
Well, that's here in Chester, found a nice little quiet spot next to some weird fancy art and lodge. Rouge. Christ, that lettering is fancy. I'll include this. I have never seen a job centre as fancy as I've just walked past it. This place looks very expensive. Anyway, you'll have a grand day. Currently on my way to the Roman Amphitheatre. Actually quite a nice day today considering it's meant to be crap. Sun's out, so probably pop out the old Chrome Dome in a bit. But for now we're just going to try and find the amphitheatre in Chester, which is actually quite a beautiful place, and hopefully I don't get into trouble. Of course I'm always going to piss off a few of them people who did the tours. Right, I'm now actually going to the amphitheatre because turns out I don't know how to use a map, so that's promising. Anyway, let's actually go the right way for once. Remember which way is up and which way is down, and not get run over. That should be fun. Right, well, after getting lost about 6 or 7 times, finally found the amphitheatre. I'll be honest, it's a bit smaller than I was expecting, but it's still quite impressive. On my way to Grosvenor Park, which is meant to be quite beautiful from what I've heard. Also picked up a travel map because I kept getting lost. So I don't ever forget to go to the visitor centres. Miles better than randomly asking people on the street, which I still have to do. Boys, official Roman Amphitheatre, which is empty for some weird reason. Quite nice. As you can see just along here, this is where all the action would have been, where I'm standing. I'm gonna guess that's where people used to sit, and there's a sign up there saying that this was used by warlords after the Romans left. And it's actually quite nice. Just try not to get random people in the shot, but they're too far away, so who cares. Probably shouldn't be walking like this because it's soaking wet, but it is quite nice to look at. I don't get why the locals aren't bothering. There's even like a nice little mural to celebrate the Romans having been here. Alright lads, here in the Roman Amphitheatre, well mate, learn English. Very empty, mainly because it's flooded still. Yeah, the Roman Amphitheatre, property of Roman Keating. This is the famous spot where him and Sir Patrick Stewart both went bald doing a live performance, and it's quite fancy to be fair. Obviously in the other clip I've shown where all the seating would have been. This is also apparently used by warlords, so it's quite historical. And then there's that random bridge just there behind me. I would visit it, but I actually can't be bothered finding the stairs for it, to be fair. I've got a lot of stairs to climb apparently, and tried to visit the castle, but that's closed off, so we'll find something else to do. Maybe there's a Pizza Express, so I can do another Prince Andrew documentary. Only time will tell, my dudes. Hey, right, lads. Found another Pizza Express. I went in, asked if Andrew was there. He asked me who the chef. Nah. He used to be a prince. Should know him. And they asked me to leave. I'll find you, you son of a bitch. My favourite part about filming stuff like this is you've got all these beautiful bits of nature, a tree randomly growing out of a wall, old ruins of St. Michael's Church, and as always, the number one thing found in British parks, a giant empty plastic bottle. I ain't gonna touch it though because it's probably got drugs or some shit in it. So Josh is gonna be happy. Nice little walk along the riverbank, about high above the riverbank. I found a railway track. I don't know what it's for, and I'm not going to film that way because there's a kids play park and I ain't getting done for that. Tiny little railway track. I hope you enjoy this, Josh. Hang on a sec. Mark Twain. They're not supposed to be in Chester. Not America. Right, just leaving Grosvenor Park. Walking along the canal side. And right now we've got these old city walls to deal with. Let's get me some it. I will include the picture in it. But these walls were kept to keep the city safe. For some stupid reason they built a university. Kind of ruins it if anything. Classical fat pigeon. Well, I will say one thing. It is so beautiful and quiet. This is the only place I've ever been. I did have to pay for a map, but I'm not going to complain. It was £1.50. You know, it's not like it was a tenner, like some crap holes in London. It's the only place I've ever been where I found a busker singing opera music. I was going to film it, but to be honest, you don't know how people are sometimes filming them. Plus I think it's illegal without permission in this country, which is why I try and mainly film my ugly face. Anyway, let's carry on this weird little adventure in this beautiful area, surrounded by randomers. Show us this nice back home. More B-roll shots, as Josh loves his B-roll. Sadly there's a car park there, but you got a nice bridge. Well, there's the castle, which I can't visit because it's part of the university. Now sadly, I won't wait for this bit because I keep doing that throughout the whole thing. Sadly, you can't get to the castle, and I'm gutted because I love following the castles. I don't know why, it just brings out the autism. So, you can look at it. I mean, there's other footage you can look at, but like, I can't go in there. I want to know who the security company is, see if they're hiring, so I can just have a nose. And just next to it is the uni. I did come here for an open day a long time ago. Couldn't be asked, to be honest, didn't give a shit. But the city's beautiful. Okay, so here's just a quick honourable mention. Sometimes I can't do all the things I want to do
there will be another segment in this coming up later. I discovered that there's something called a Roman tour, which on the website and through the internet looked absolutely amazing. If I'd have been smart enough to click on it and find out it was mainly for school kids, I wouldn't have been so disappointed. And then I heard them march in the street. Then I became a lot more disappointed. Because I won't lie, it sounded really, really fun. And if you have kids and take them to Chester, for the love of God, take them on the tour just so that you can experience it, because it sounded absolutely epic. There's not a day goes by I don't think of it. A lot of kids downstairs in the History Museum. This is the spongiest floor I've ever walked on in a museum. Like flipping heck. They've steam dried this one. Still. Interesting artwork. Very interesting artwork. Now, as I've said many times, it is a very beautiful city, even with the weather constantly flipping between bright and dark. But if you listen carefully, you can just about hear that woman singing opera music into a microphone. So you enjoy that. Quick editor's note, believe it or not, this sound actually is in the footage, and I didn't notice that when I recorded it. So, I'd say that's a sign of salvation for those that need it. And on a secondary note for this segment, I did find a goth drinking a pint of Stella inside the cathedral. I didn't even know those things sold alcohol. It was weird. So yeah, Chester Cathedral, sponsored by Goths drinking Stella. Tried to find Chester in Lego, and I've found an industrial car park. So I'm guessing that's gone. Let's give the cathedral a look. Found the cinema though. Still no Prince Andrew side. I'll keep looking. Well, as stated, I couldn't find it, but apparently it is still open. I'll be honest, I'm limited to the maps on an iPhone, so let's maybe not rely on it fully. So, scroll through a few. This does actually look quite interesting. Yeah, kind of missed out. It's fine. It's fine. And let's do a quick TripAdvisor bit. Why not? Let's get myself in trouble. TripAdvisor. I'm not gonna lie, it does look quite interesting. Alright. TripAdvisor. And look at that, man. It all just looks quite positive. And then we come down and up. It would appear there's a few of them. Only 3 though. That's not too bad. When we located the display amongst all the food outlets, we were rather underwhelmed, to say the least. Yes, the models look reasonable, replica the real thing, but they were poorly displayed, not hard to see as stopping to the passers-by prevented others moving around. The Lego model in the cathedral is far better. I may have missed that in the cathedral, so that's new. And this looks like a reply from the guy who runs it. Thanks for taking time. Blah, 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 blah. Well, based on the fact display has raised hundreds of this is one of those you just disowned a charity kind of rants, isn't it? Fair play to the bloke though. Based on the fact display has raised thousands of pounds at local charities since first being installed in the old market in 2008. I'm not sure you've seen the full display, including the new Roman edition. I like the fact that he's also selling it. Like, come back, man, come back. You've missed out, you stupid idiot. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to bother reading all of that. That just looks like a well done clapback. Fair play to this fella. What else we got? Rubbish, August 2019. Rubbish, don't waste your time. There are a lot more attractions in Chester that will keep you occupied. Stephen C. Let's see the charity guy get clapped back at you now. Hi Stephen, great to see you've joined TripAdvisor. Oh god. Just to post this review. You might not like it, but at least you could show a regard for the hours of effort put into building this. Plus the hundreds of pounds it's raised for charity. Plus the fact it's a free attraction. Just keep slapping him in the face, my guy. You got this. Or the role it's played in the regeneration of Chester's market. No, it's all rubbish to you, shame. You know what? Stormy Weather 1983. Fair play to you, mate. Keep the work up. And on one final note, this was on the way in. I'm looking at buying a drone. I want to explore this part of the country properly because, my god, this just looks beautiful. Apart from the train window. So that'll be coming soon. Right, that seems like a good time to end the video. Chester's pretty decent. I even met this little chap. Anyway, you all have a good one. Don't give up on yourselves. And don't fuck around with your lives. All in to hold the camera.